Hello, today I'm going to talk about how I redesign and update my OCs. I'm going to be starting from the one that was the easiest for me to redesign, going to the hardest, and I will talk about all of the struggles I've had and all of the stuff that I usually take into account when redesigning my OCs. Anyways, let's get into it. Starting off, here we have Tangerine Star. She was by far the easiest for me to draw and design. I'd already had all the ideas about her floating in my head. The main things I wanted to get into this design is more oranges and reds, because she was originally all like a navy blue. Additionally, also, I wanted to give her a bit more rough and tumble, since in my old one, she just kind of like looked happy all the time, which didn't really fit her personality. I'm not sure why I originally drew her like that. I also made her scars look more like burns instead of just slashes. I also color picked some other stuff, which is what I usually do when making color palettes. I like bring up some stuff, like I pulled up oranges and tangerines. I pulled up what's called a citrus bug, and I used both of those to help determine her color palette, and I messed around with those to make a cool looking color palette that was pretty dynamic and had a bunch of like different values, because I personally suck at color palettes. But yeah, I don't have much to say about her because she was pretty easy for me to make. So there's Tangerine Star. Next up, we have Lamprey Face. He was a little bit harder, but I still feel like I got him pretty easily. A lot of the things I actually really liked about his design, I've always liked his design. I just felt like he was too black and white, and it looked like unnatural. Also, I don't really like how the scars look. They look a little bit too flat. So yeah, those are the main things I was fixing. Also, I wanted to make him a lot more fluffy, because he kind of just looked like spiky emo cat in the old one, instead of like actually having fluff, which I didn't really like how that looked, so that was another thing I was also doing. So yeah, mostly I just added a lot of fluff and stuff. His color palette I had pretty much down, but I did still color pick from a lamprey and try and incorporate that. I also incorporated what I think are called anemones. They're a type of flower, and they represent injury and sickness, and that kind of goes along with his story, so I thought that would be cool to include. And also I color picked those for his eyes as well. So I kind of tried to all tie it together. His is by far the most simple, but I didn't have a bunch of big ideas for his, so was it definitely a bit harder. So yeah, I think that's about all I have to say with him. So yeah, there's Lamprey Face. Okay, so lastly we have Gorse Cry. I struggled with her by far, but it wasn't really her design per se. It was more her posing and how I actually wanted her to look. I couldn't get her body type down. I always made her like too lean or too stocky. I was trying to like do something more interesting with her tail, and yeah, that didn't really work out. So in the end, I did finally get what I wanted. I tried to make her legs a little bit longer, but I didn't really like how that looks. So she's a little bit more stocky, which I'm fine, because she's going to contrast her sister, which is she's going to be a lot more lean and tall. So, yeah, I think I'm happy with the body type I ended up going with her. Yeah. So she didn't really change much. I more like overly accessorized her, which I love to do with medicine cats, because they don't need to worry about getting beat up. They can just be there and have all their little flowers and beads and stuff on them. So she's extra fancy. Her design stayed pretty similar though. Like, as you see her old one, she's also one of the newest ones that I've redesigned. Like, I did that like a month ago. So she is like, didn't really need to change much, because I still liked how that design looked. I just made her fluffier and used my new style and added a bunch more accessories. I also did the color picking thing, which I did mess around with her colors quite a bit, because I was kind of back and forth with them. Especially her accessory colors, because like I didn't really have a plan for what I wanted those. All I knew is I wanted the little beads to be brown and maybe like some green and yellow to be in there. But yeah, so her colors pretty much stayed the same. I mostly just struggled with her posing. Tried to incorporate a bit more of her personality, because in the old one she just looks sad. Well, yeah, she still kind of looks sad. I'm not completely happy with how she looks, but I still think she's really cute. But, so yeah, there's Gorse Cry. So yeah, there we go. Those are the 3 I've done so far. I'm planning on doing 3 more, but that will be coming in a part 2. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and if you want to see more stuff, go and check out my TikTok, which is where I mostly post. My handle is @SillyStuffandSparkles. pretty much similar to my YouTube name. I currently only have about 200 followers right now, and I'm really hoping to grow to be able to share more of my art. But yeah, see you next time. Bye!